Welcome to Northland Basketball, presented by Sports Zone Radio. Exclusive coverage of Navajo Nation and White Mountains varsity basketball online at sportszone123.com and on the Sports Zone Radio smartphone app. And now, it's time for Northland Basketball.
Hi, everybody. Welcome into Northland Basketball, an exclusive presentation of the Sports Zone. And we welcome you tonight to Hatch Toyota Arena, the home of the Show Low Cougars, for a broadcast doubleheader of varsity basketball. Out on the floor in front of us tonight, the Show Low Cougars are going to take on the Snowflake Lobos. First up, it's the girls varsity, as we just now get finished with the national anthem here at Show Low High School. And we will be treated to the starting lineups in just a moment, and then underway with this critical 3A East region matchup between Snowflake and Show Low. Snowflake, after beating Show Low in their previous matchup 5 days ago, Snowflake claimed the crown as 3A East region champions, and so that's not something that they can relinquish tonight. But what can happen tonight is that the Show Low Cougars can end a 4-game losing streak in the biggest way possible by knocking off the number one team in small school basketball in Arizona, number one team in 3A basketball, number one team in the rankings for the upcoming Copper tournament, which is that open tournament for the best teams out of the 1A, 2A, and 3A conferences. And Snowflake is riding high atop that group. So that's what Show Low can do tonight. And there's Coach Christy Francis. You saw her shaking hands. That's Show Low's coach, shaking hands with the Snowflake starters, and it's time to hear the hometown crowd. Now, there's not a lot of folks in the stands just yet, and we would expect the crowd to grow for the boys' game coming up tonight. But the Show Low Lady Cougars are going to get their introductions, and it begins with number 2, Jaylee Boyce, and then her sister, twin sister, number 3, Jordan Boyce, two of the most dynamic basketball athletes in the state, right there on the same team. Also starting for the Show Low Cougars is number 11. That's Lacey Peter. Peter getting her announcement. Here's number 12, Tatum Moore, in the starting lineup for the Show Low Cougars. And then finally, the 5th starter is number 14. That's Reese Hatch. Reese is the X factor with this team. She is the lady that can really kind of swing the momentum of a game for the team. And we look forward to seeing what she can do tonight. Now, Tatum, going back on her, Tatum Moore is one of the more technically fundamental post players you're going to run into out there. Against Snowflake a few nights ago, she really didn't get much done. Her offensive contributions were minimized. A lot of that Snowflake's defense, but a lot of that also, she got into foul trouble. And managing her foul situation was a difficult chore for Coach Francis and the Show Low Cougars. So it's Show Low at home tonight, trying to correct a 4-game losing streak as we get this one underway. The opening tip is controlled by Snowflake, and we are underway with Northland Basketball here at the Sports Zone. Welcome in, everybody. My name is Floyd Simmons. Out on the floor, the Lobos control the opening possession, and we're going to get a shot from downtown that goes up. Renell West, number 24, in the Snowflake starting lineup, will miss that one off the iron. Let's get you the rest of that starting 5 for Snowflake. I mentioned Renell, and there is number 5, just slipped down. That's Josie Clare, but first let's check in on Reese Hatch. She knocks down a big 3 to open up the scoring, and Reese's first shot is of the big variety and gives Show Low a 3-0 starting advantage in this one. They're going to work it down low, and that's Raya Denhalter posting up for Snowflake, and Raya misses her shot. Lots of defensive pressure by Show Low, and look at Jaylee Boyce set the floor, spinning toward the basket and drawing the game's first foul. It's going to be registered on Josie Clare, not Clark. Josie Clare, number 5, the sophomore for Snowflake, who was our Sports Zone Player of the Game. It's always brought to you by White Mountain Regional Medical Center, but in the Snowflake victory on January 30th, at home for the Lobos against Sholo. Josie scored 15 points to lead the way, and right there you see the contact that she makes. And a good job by Jaylee Boyce. And it looks like they're counting that shot a while ago as a 2 for Reese Hatch. I thought it was a 3. So it's a 2. And a 1 out of 2 at the foul line for Jaylee Boyce. And it is now 3-0. The lead for the Sholo Cougars. Top of the key, this is Raya Denhalter looking for a lane. Can't find it, and she runs into one of the Sholo defenders, and on the way in there, she threw the ball out of bounds. So it's a turnover. Oh, the toes are on the line right there for the Reese Hatch long-range jump shot a while ago. Nonetheless, Sholo does have a 3-0 lead, and Denhalter is going to come over here to the sideline and knock that one out of bounds. Raya Denhalter. There's a couple of ladies on the Snowflake team, Raya being one of them, that have these unbelievable motors. And we'll talk about some of that here as the game goes along. That's a jump shot from just outside the foul line. Sholo's Kinsey Frost. Kinsey getting some early action as she replaced Tatum Moore, and I didn't see why or what for, but not even 2 minutes in, Tatum gets some relief to the bench. Hopefully everything's okay. I didn't see if there was an issue. I am a little bit surprised to see the substitution come as early as it did. And we're going to get a ball out of bounds, step out of bounds on the sideline. Sholo turns it over. Snowflake's got it. And we'll see if they can get their first points in this one as you take a look here on the inbound. I don't know what I was supposed to see in that. Here's a shot from 3, and that shot is good for Rennell West, who evens things up here in the first quarter. We're tied at 3 on Rennell's first make, which is a 3 from outside. Now, I didn't know this. We just found out before the game, talking with head coach Mike Brogan, as you watch Kinsey Frost take that entry pass and lay it off the glass. Nice job. Sholo answers the 3 with a pair of their own right there in that shot. And the Cougars are back in front. And Kinsey Frost, good job denying the ball to Raya Denhalter. Now Josie Claire open for 3. That one bounced off. Rennell West rebound. Snowflake keeps it alive. Still need to give you the rest of that Snowflake starting 5. That's Bryn Kupfer, number 12, fighting for the rebound, couldn't get it. I mentioned Josie Claire, number 5. Raya Denhalter, number 1. Rennell West, number 24 in the starting lineup. And that leaves just one to mention. That's number 4, Taylor Hancock, as Snowflake's coach Mike Rogan has yet to disrupt his starters and bring somebody in off the bench. And I just got to say early on in this one, as you see this knocked away by Kupfer, good job to read that pass. She deflects it to Denhalter, who bounces one inside. Rennell West fights, battles, and is unable to make that shot. Rebound is tied up. And it's going to be Sholo's basketball. So, Rennell West. We learned something before this game that we didn't know. Rennell, number 24 right there. We are used to seeing Rennell work around the basket or in the low blocks. She's taller. And so, we just, in watching her play basketball for 3 seasons, seems like, well, she's a post player, right? Seems obvious. Well, what we find out is that Coach Brogan believes, and I guess the statistics this season for Snowflake bear out the fact that she's the best three-point shooter on the team. So what is the game plan today? Well, they've started out with Rennell out on the perimeter, and the low blocks post-em-up player for Snowflake in this one is number 1. And you see it there, Ryan Denhalter in the middle of the screen. Ryan's going to try to post up. Rennell's going to play on the perimeter. At least that's how things are going to go for a while for Snowflake in a switch up on the game plan. And here's a ball that comes off on that miss from downtown, and it's rebounded by Sholo's Jaylee Boyce. She is picked up defensively by Hancock coming into front court. This is Priestley Binney, number 13 in the Sholo lineup. As Coach Francis makes another early move, and Hancock's relentless pressure finally produces a turnover, and Rennell West will take that one the distance for the buckets. We're tied, everybody, tied at 5 early on in this one, and a timeout from the floor. Stand by. It's Northland Basketball, presented by the Sports Zone.
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Show Low Ford. Show Low Ford has the best deals. Not only does Show Low Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees you won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Show Low Ford sells the best at the best price. Show Low Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at showlowford.com.
Folks, let me tell you, nobody does aggregates like Birkin's Aggregates. People, they come up to me and they say, how do they do it? It's simple. They've got the best people, the most professional drivers, and customer service that's absolutely tremendous. I mean, these guys deliver affordable, big, beautiful rock and concrete materials. Everyone's talking about it, so if you want quality, come get a load of this. Call Birkin's Aggregates. And if you know anything about me, it's that I'm a winner, and I know winners. And these guys, they're winners.
100% true. They are winners at Perkins Cinders. If you're listening in the mornings on Pure Country Z93, 93.5 FM, that's our prime country music station. Is you see Taylor Hancock throw it up off the glass, get the contact, and she's on her way to the line, and Snowflake's got their first lead of the game. It is Reese Hatch who stepped over there and committed the foul. Great job by Taylor. Contesting those taller interior defenders from Sholo. And an offensive rebound. Rennell West outside to Josie Claire. That's off the back iron. There's Rennell again for the rebound. She'll power up there. Shot does not go. And it's out of bounds off Snowflake. But I felt like the effort by Sholo on that was lacking on that rebound opportunity. Meanwhile, you saw Coach Mike Brogan give a couple of his ladies the indication to get into the game, and they're going to come in right now.
Am I on 2 or 11?
And we're going to get a whistle and a foul. And I think that's Jaylee Boyce. Whistle for her first foul of the game, and it is. 2 team fouls on Sholo here in the quarter with 3:13 remaining in the period. And 1 foul on Snowflake as Bryn Cupford takes it just inside the foul line, and her jump shot is no good. Rebounded by Jaylee. And Boyce will bring it into front court. She is picked up defensively by Snowflake's Harley Nichols. Now Lacey Peter, she picks up her dribble, looking for help, gets it out to Tatum Moore, who has returned to the Sholo lineup, and she'll throw it away. Intercepted by Raya Denhalter, who pushes it up the floor, makes a great pass to Bryn Cupford. Bryn able to convert on that, and so 2 quick baskets for Snowflake gives them a little bit of breathing room here with 2:33 remaining in the quarter. Opening quarter, first quarter here at Sholo High School. It's Northland Basketball presented by the Sports Zone. And by the way, you know, we love it when these high schools, these different student groups, when they give their version of the Sports Zone. I call it the new and improved Sports Zone, and Sholo's done it again. This is the second time this season Sholo's doing it. So they've got a little something going over there as we get a whistle on AJ Yarn, Snowflake, and Lacey Peter will deliver the inbound pass. So we'll show you in a little bit the student group doing their Sports Zone thing. Hey, there's Tatum Moore's mid-range jump shot, and she elevates nicely, and she's got great touch on that. And the shot's good. And we'll get a shot block, but a foul as well on the other end. It's Jordan Boyce who picks up the foul, trying to defend Raya Denhalter. And you know, she gives that foul, but I got to tell you, I think that was a very, very good delivery on that. The main thing, Jordan was not going to allow that shot to go. Defended it very well and puts Denhalter at the line, and she's got her first point. We kind of expect the physicality factor in this game to just get more and more as the game goes along. Good box out for the rebound by Tatum Moore, and Sholo will take over the basketball with 2 minutes and 4 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. and a Snowflake advantage, 10-7 over the Lady Cougars. Also, if you're listening on radio, you are listening across the White Mountains on Mix 98 KRFM Sholo. That's the broadcast home of the Sports Zone. So thanks for listening there. And I forget that we have a radio audience sometimes, and you've got to be more descriptive. You got to give the score a lot when you're talking to a radio audience. But since we're going to get a 5-second call, Lacey Peter could not get rid of it, and that's great defense by AJ Yarn. Snowflake, because she just denied Lacey any opportunity to get rid of the basketball. So Snowflake takes back over with 1:48 on the clock in the quarter. And Sholo deciding they want Snowflake deciding that they want a timeout. So we'll grab it real quick ourselves. Stand by, everybody. It's Northland Basketball, presented by the Sports Zone.
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Show Low Ford. Show Low Ford has the best deals. Not only does Show Low Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees you won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Show Low Ford sells the best at the best price. Show Low Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at ShowLowFord.com.
Folks, let me tell you, nobody does aggregates like Birkin's Aggregates. People, they come up to me and they say, how do they do it? It's simple. They've got the best people, the most professional drivers, and customer service that's absolutely tremendous. I mean, these guys deliver affordable, big, beautiful rock and concrete materials. Everyone's talking about it, so if you want quality, come get a load of this. Call Birkin's Aggregates. And if you know anything about me, it's that I'm a winner, and I know winners. And these guys, they're winners.
So we've got 91 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Snowflake with a 10-7 advantage, and it looks like Rennell West wants to start working down in the low blocks. Well, Raya Denhalter, who's been playing down there, she has left the game. Rebound out to AJ Yarn. Can't do anything with it. And there's a Bryn Kupfer rebound, but she gets her shot blocked by Jaylee Boyce. And Jordan Boyce will try to do something with it, and she does. She draws a foul for 2 shots. Harley Nichols puts Boyce at the foul line. And Sholo's got a chance here to trim that 3-point advantage of Snowflake's back just a little bit. But he's mentioning a couple of things. And, we love it when these student sections, they do their emulation of the Sports Zone. And, I mean, it just is it's the most awesome thing. And we appreciate, just what it says. Sports Zone. Proud to be the best out there for sure, and the Cougars, they have done something really cool tonight. It's very cool. You're going to get a look at it here coming up in a little bit, but it's Cougar Zone. So we're called Sports Zone Radio. We call ourselves Sports Zone Radio, and increasingly we just refer to the Sports Zone or Sports Zone Media. But originally and for the longest time, it's, hey, look at this. Kupfer's going to get her shot blocked for a second time, this time by Jordan Boyce. So Kupfer's done a good job getting a rebound inside for Snowflake, but Sholo's been able on 2 occasions to reject her follow shot. And so Sholo's got the ball back in business. Raya Denhalter, by the way, coming in, and she'll replace Kupfer in the Snowflake lineup. So, anywho, Sports Zone Radio, right? You can see our little sign there on the screen there, the Sports Zone, our banner here on our broadcast table. And Sholo's student section tonight, well, they're Cougar Zone Radio. So we love that. Here's Denhalter in the open court. That's a rare miss for Denhalter when the shot is there for her, could not convert. Tatum Moore gets the ball. Tatum goes down kind of hard on that, but also did get fouled. It's AJ Yarn. Snowflake with her second personal foul now early on in the game. Both teams have 4 fouls. So in this final 25 seconds of the quarter, somebody might get into the bonus. And I don't know, it's not going to be that big a deal with the limited time. No shot clock here for Sholo's final possession of the quarter. And the Cougars just took too much time getting the ball in front court. Give AJ Yarn credit again. She is so fast. As a defender, I mean, just fast on the court in general, but she was smothering Boyce, and I think that the Boyce just kind of lost track of time. So Snowflake might have this final shot of the quarter. Nope, taken away. Jaylee Boyce, 5 seconds. Got to get something. Got to get something. Got to hurry. Got to throw it up there, and it's away, and it is just a little bit wide to the right at the buzzer. We got a good one brewing up here. As you see, Cougar Zone Radio. We love it, guys. We love it. Well done, dudes and dudettes. Sholo student section getting it done. We love it. Second quarter on the way. Stand by. More Northland basketball. Straight ahead, everybody.
George Strait, Miranda Lambert, and $1,000 cash. With any windshield replacement, you start with 2 delicious dinners at Los Corrales and 2 movie tickets to the WME theaters.
I love you so, so much.
And this year's big Valentine giveaway is one you'll never forget when you pick up 2 ground floor up close and personal tickets to see the King of Country, George Strait, live in concert. Joined by the incredible Miranda Lambert and $1,000 cash.
Honey, you're the best!
Fix your windshield, get an amazing date night, and maybe win the concert trip of a lifetime. Call Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint today. You know the jingle.
Just call 536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, cash back to you.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Well, on your small screen right there, if you're watching the video, you got to see Sholo's defense force a travel out of Raya Denhalter, and the Cougars take back over the basketball. Second quarter underway here at Sholo High School, Hatch Toyota Arena, the home of the Cougars. And Lacey Peter is smothered by that Snowflake defense. A little give and go with Reese Hatch, and Jaylee Boyce's shot is no good, rebounded by Renell West for the Lobos. Snowflake will bring it back up into front court. Well, Snowflake is riding the crest. And by the way, Snowflake has a 25-1 record, okay? They are the undisputed #1 team in 3A basketball. And as mentioned, they are at the top of the Copper Tournament rankings. We're going to get a foul on Snowflake. Kupfer, I think, made the contact right there. No, not Kupfer. Sorry, it's actually Taylor Hancock. Hancock gets called for her first foul of the game. Sholo's going to have to face a full-court Snowflake press. So Snowflake is #1 in the state. Nobody's arguing that at all. But, you know, a couple of things to note. 22-game winning streak right now for Snowflake. 22 games. The one loss, which was to Buena High School, was a really close game. Was it 2 points, I think? As we get a hand check on Josie Clare. Josie's got her second foul of the game now for Snowflake. And by the way, Snowflake will pick up a lot of fouls. Very aggressive defensively. They are relentlessly trying to make a play. And we saw a lot of foul trouble when they played Sholo 5 nights ago. Lots of foul trouble, and yet, as they try to lob one inside to Tatum Moore, and it's over her head. And yet, with all the foul trouble, Snowflake wins 44-29. Lobos fouled 2 ladies out of the game. They had several ladies that had 4 fouls each. I mean, you know, you would think, uh-oh, watch out. That's really going to work against them. It just didn't. They still won by 15 points. That just speaks to the depth of the team. If they get somebody in foul trouble, have to get them on the bench. They've got somebody else. They'll go 8 deep with quality players. And I'm throwing a number out there. It might be more, might be 1 fewer, but lots and lots of quality athletes on this Snowflake team, and that is just to go along with the talent that's available. The fact that there's so much depth makes it so hard for anybody to have success against the Lady Lobos. Right now, we've got a close one. We're still waiting for somebody to open up the second quarter scoring. Just about 2 minutes in. Reese Hatch tries, but her shot's no good. West, the rebound for Snowflake, and Tatum Moore picks off a pass from Raya Denhalter. Takes it right back. So the pace of the game, the tempo of the game, and Sholo's execution in this game compared to what they did, as this lob is just a little off the mark, looking for Tatum Moore underneath, and Snowflake will get it back into Renell West, and she is fouled by Peter. But Sholo was playing a better brand of basketball here in this one than they did to open up the first half against Snowflake 5 nights ago. He was much better. On that night, among the things that Cholo struggled with, they turned the ball over a lot. They did not rebound well at all. They only attempted 24 shots from the field the entire game. One of the things that Coach Christy Francis said her team has to do is they've just got to play with confidence. They can't be fearful out there. It feels like maybe there was some fear first time they played Snowflake. She is expecting them to play with more confidence. And, the quote, I mentioned this earlier, I believe. The quote that I take away from my discussion before the game with her is this. It just takes one game to turn it around, right? The 4-game losing streak right now for the Lady Cougars takes one game to turn it around, and that's what she needs this team to do. Turn it around as we get ready for the playoffs. Tomorrow night is the final regular season game for the Cougars. They're going to take on Alchese. That game will be right here at Hatch Toyota Arena. Big games, these ones. This one tonight and the one tomorrow. Sholo comes in ranked number 10 in the state as you see Lacey Peter get fouled, and I think she's going to get 2 shots. Renelle West picks up foul number 1 on her night. The Lady Cougars ranked number 10 in the state, which might come as a bit of a surprise unless you consider that they do have a very challenging schedule, so the strength of schedule is certainly something that works for Sholo. They come into the game with a 12-12 overall record. And 2 big foul shots from Lacey Peter. In a game like this, Sholo's been able to keep this thing manageable. Just down by 2 right now. Foul shots are going to be everything. In it goes, and that one good off the glass, working against really 2.5 defenders right there. Off the bench is Aubrey Denhalter, and Aubrey's got her first points in this one. Snowflake is back to their biggest lead that they've had so far, which is 4 points, and Denhalter blocks the shot of Lacey Peter. Snowflake running and attacking, and Hancock might have forced one. Long outlet, well done by Sholo. Can they get something out of it? Pull up at the foul line. Peter's shot no good. And Renelle West rebound back into the game. And really contesting that shot from Peter was A.J. Yarn for Snowflake number 2. Who's got one of those relentless motors that you see from a handful of these Snowflake athletes. And this one gets tipped out. That's Yarn defensively getting hand on it and knock it out. And Jordan Boyce will set it, throw it in right in front of the broadcast desk here of the Sports Zone. Ball into Jaylee Boyce. Guarded by Denhalter. Nice bounce pass to Kinsey Frost. And that one off the mark, and we're going to get a timeout with the possession to Snowflake. And that is one of the Sholo players that might, don't want to speculate. Oh, it's Jaylee Boyce. So it is. Tough player, Jaylee. Do we have a replay of the shot miss? No. They're taking a look at Jaylee. We're certainly hoping she is going to be okay. So they look at her leg, and we'll get a timeout. It's 14-10. Snowflake in front of Sholo in this girls' game. Stand by. More Northland Basketball presented by the Sports Zone on the way.
According to eyewitnesses, the guy went in and didn't come out. That was 2 days ago. His wife is worried. His boss has called. The latest report says he didn't know what hit him. A Lazy Boy recliner called his name, and that was that. This may be a hostage situation. For the best selection of Lazy Boy recliners, sofas, and sectionals, head to the Furniture Gallery, where they have furniture so comfortable, it's almost a crime.
Your neighbors and friends won't have to fake their enthusiasm over your new wall. With the durability and strength of precast Verticrete walls from Hatch Concrete is a solid investment. Enhance your property's value with a two-sided decorative concrete wall that's as stylish as it is affordable. No yearly repairs or restaining needed. Request a free estimate from Hatch Concrete today, where quality isn't just a name, but a tradition.
Well, they did have to help Jaylee Boyce from the court, and they're going to go take a look at her, and you might offer a prayer for Jaylee Boyce right now. 3:42 on the clock in the second quarter. A.J. Yarn's jumper is no good. That one goes out of bounds to the Show Low Cougars. As we stop the clock again here with 3:38 remaining in the first half. At halftime, it's the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint halftime reports. Remember, when I say Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, you say and tint. And if you don't do it, well, that's just not friendly. So at halftime, it'll be the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint halftime report, everybody. Inbound coming up for Sholo, replacing Jaylee Boyce on the floor is number 1, Riley Gaston. Riley Gaston in the Sholo lineup now. Jordan Boyce. Little crossover action, and the jump shot just a little bit short, then knocks out. No, they're going to say Gaston, who got a hand on it, then knocked it off of Raya Denhalter. So Sholo gets an inbound underneath the Snowflake basket. And Coach Brogan is asking one of our officials, that's Mary Freddy, asking Mary for an explanation. And Sholo will run an inbound play to Jordan Boyce. She gets it back, and Jordan is going to get a bucket out of the second effort. Well, Coach Francis said to her Sholo Cougars, and they had a great practice yesterday, she reports. Coach Francis said that these girls need to shoot the basketball more, and they certainly have done that tonight. They have matched Snowflake shots from the field. As you see this one go in. And Snowflake down by 2. Or rather, Sholo down by 2. Snowflake's got the lead, 14-10. Some personnel changes for the Lady Lobos. Harley Nichols in the game. Josie Clare back out there in the game. The defender right now covering Jordan Boyce in backcourt. Taylor Hancock. And Jordan's going to dump a pass toward the bucket, toward Lacey Peter, who is unable to do anything with that. Snowflake attacking the other way. The little slip and slide there on the modified jump stop for Claire did not. The Sholo fans wanted to travel. Might have been a broadcaster that thought that was a travel. Sholo's getting a little out of sorts right now. Throw the ball back into Snowflake's hands. A.J. Yarn unable to make that shot, but the follow is good. Boy, who got that? Who got that follow? That was either Harley. Okay, it was Taylor Hancock. She was right there. And Taylor able to get the points, put Snowflake back in front, 16-12. We need to stay? Oh, we'll take a break. Take a break, everybody. Snowflake in front by 4. Stand by. More Northland Basketball presented by the Sports Zone right after this.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing your best of the White Mountains 2025 Best Propane Company, Owens Energy. In fact, it's their 5th consecutive win in a row. Owens has been proudly serving our community for more than 25 years, supporting local organizations, providing dependable service, and now an official partner of the Sports Zone's Friday Night Football Show. It's all about propane at Owens Energy, a local family-owned business with friendly, reliable service right here in Arizona's White Mountains. Owens Energy, your White Mountains propane provider.
You don't have to drive hours for top-notch health care. We've got it right here at White Mountain Regional Medical Center's Rural Health Clinic in Springerville. Heart skipping a beat? Our cardiologists have you covered. Achy feet? Our podiatry team's a step ahead. From pulmonology to orthopedics and mental and behavioral health, we treat you, not just the chart. White Mountain Regional Medical Center, empowering a healthier community.
Well, Sholo unable to do anything with that. So let's get back to it. Taylor Hancock. And the three is good for Taylor. So she's got back-to-back Snowflake baskets. And the biggest lead for Snowflake now stretches to 7 points. Their biggest so far of this first half. And that's 5 unanswered. There's an answer for you right there. Sweeping across the paint. Tatum Moore on the little left-to-right runner. And Tatum's got her second bucket of the first half here. We are a minute and 24 seconds away from the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint halftime report. Lacey Peter with a great defensive play for Sholo. She was able to deflect the pass and then disrupt Harley Nichols just enough to force Harley to knock it out of bounds. And Sholo's got the basketball right here, another basket. Certainly help a lot in trying to stem this Snowflake momentum. AJ Yarn active with the feet. That's how you play defense, right? You play defense with your feet. Tough pass inside. Well, that was going to be a hard pass for Boyce to handle. And sure enough, she knocks it out of bounds. Well, the drama here is the condition of Jaylee Boyce for Sholo. Leaving with some sort of a leg injury earlier in the game. Bryn Kupfer is back in the game, and from the right elbow, Bryn's money on that shot. Kupfer's got 4 points in this first half. We're down to 45 seconds remaining in the second quarter. It's a football score for you right there, 21-14. Who you got in the Super Bowl? I kind of feel like this part of the country, if we were to ask people to vote on who you want to win the Super Bowl, if you care. See, I don't care. Doesn't matter to me one bit. I kind of feel like you're going to get about 2/3 to 70% of votes are going to be for the Seahawks, right? So we get a punch in from behind and a personal foul. Snowflake. Looks like Kupfer. Kupfer got the foul inbound. Lacey Peter guarded by Taylor Hancock. Boy, that's a good matchup right there. A little behind the back fancy dribbling with Lacey Peter, but the good defense, and Raya Denhalter with great position. She's able to come around and take that one right away. And then Sholo takes it back. Snowflake commits a foul. You see that a lot, don't you? Mistake made, and immediate foul committed by that team that makes the mistake. 12.9 seconds till the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint halftime report. Tatum at the line for Sholo. Cougars in the first half. 5 out of 8 at the foul line. As Tatum made 1 out of 2. Turnaround, Denhalter comes up short. Kupfer flies in, rebounds, and follows. And that's going to end the first half. That was a big basket. And the way Bryn came in, flying in there, I mean, elevating, would not be denied. And she gets that final basket of the first half for Snowflake. And our score is 23-15. Snowflake in front of Sholo. It's Northland Basketball presented by the Sports Zone. The halftime report is on the way next.
Have you heard the big news? At White Mountain Regional Medical Center, we are bigger and better than ever. With our newly expanded emergency room facility and capabilities, we are even better equipped to handle your urgent needs with the care and efficiency you deserve. Discover the new standard in healthcare, right in your backyard. Choose White Mountain Regional Medical Center, located in Springerville, where specialized and emergency care are now within reach.
Holbrook Family Dentistry is a proud partner of Sports Zone Radio's Northland Basketball. They've been serving Holbrook and the surrounding area since 2000, and they cheer for all our local teams and love it when the North succeeds. Holbrook Family Dentistry's 3 dentists are all general dentists from our local area, so they can perform most type of procedures in-house. They pride themselves on their ethics and kindness and genuinely love working with the communities of Northern Arizona. Come see us at Holbrook Family Dentistry on Iowa Street in Holbrook or call 928-524-6854.
Folks, let me tell you, nobody does aggregates like Birkin's Aggregates. People, they come up to me and they say, how do they do it? It's simple. They've got the best people, the most professional drivers, and customer service that's absolutely tremendous. I mean, these guys deliver affordable, big, beautiful rock and concrete materials. Everyone's talking about it, so if you want quality, come get a load of this. Call Birkin's Aggregates. And if you know anything about me, it's that I'm a winner, and I know winners. And these guys, they're winners.
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Show Low Ford. Show Low Ford has the best deals. Not only does Show Low Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees you won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Show Low Ford sells the best at the best price. Show Low Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at showlowford.com.
According to eyewitnesses, the guy went in and didn't come out. That was 2 days ago. His wife is worried. His boss has called. The latest report says he didn't know what hit him. A Lazy Boy recliner called his name, and that was that. This may be a hostage situation. For the best selection of Lazy Boy recliners, sofas, and sectionals, head to the Furniture Gallery, where they have furniture so comfortable, it's almost a crime.
George Strait, Miranda Lambert, and $1,000 cash. With any windshield replacement, you start with 2 delicious dinners at Los Corrales and 2 movie tickets to the WME theaters.
I love you so, so much.
And this year's big Valentine giveaway is one you'll never forget when you pick up 2 ground floor up close and personal tickets to see the King of Country, George Strait, live in concert. Joined by the incredible Miranda Lambert and $1,000 cash.
Honey, you're the best!
Fix your windshield, get an amazing date night, and maybe win the concert trip of a lifetime. Call Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint today. You know the jingle.
Just call 536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, cash back to you.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Welcome to the Mountain Mobile Halftime. A complete first half breakdown of tonight's Sports Zone Radio Game of the Week broadcast. This is the Mountain Mobile Halftime.
Well, I have no idea what's going on the court here at halftime at Cholo High School, but it's pretty cool. It's a bunch of dudes having a fun time. Somebody just won a prize. It was like musical chairs without the chairs or something like that. I don't know. A lot of fun at Cholo High School tonight, everybody. Welcome back into the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tints halftime report. And also, we've gotten some swag tonight here at the ball game. So if you'll take my shot here, I'm going to start here facing away from the camera. Oh yeah, the face away from the camera. That's my shot. That's my best side right there, folks. So first, let me show you this. Our friends at Hatch Toyota, they decided to give us towels. Look at these towels. Okay, all right, which one do you want? Yo, technical director, which one you want? You want green? You got it, brother. You got green. I got yellow. I got a t-shirt here. There you go. How about that? Nice t-shirt. If you came to the game tonight, you'd be looking at t-shirts. How about this? Oh, look at that. That's a cool towel. Is that one? How about you, camera guy? You want that one? You want that towel? Boom. That's yours. That's the camera guy. And one more thing here. One of our friends here at the Sports Zone, who's one of our coach friends, but he's also a guy who's done a lot of broadcasting with us, Joe Clare from Snowflake. Joe was the the boys coach at one time at Snowflake. He was the girls coach for a time at Snowflake. A lot of success with both of those programs. And he's a terrific broadcaster with us whenever we get a chance for his services. Doesn't happen very often, but he dropped me off this beautiful tumbler, this drink machine. I don't know, what are these things called? Anyway, it's from Compassus, Hospice Compassus. And so, Joe, thank you. I love it. That's going to be awesome. I'm going to stay hydrated like you wouldn't believe. Hydrated like you wouldn't believe, people. Our score here at halftime, 23-15. Snowflake's Lady Lobos in front of the Show Low Cougars in a 3A East region matchup. That doesn't matter as far as the championship goes, because Snowflake has already sealed the deal. The Snowflake Lady Lobos are 3A East region champions. Congratulations to them. And you might expect that when they are riding the crest of a 22-game winning streak. That's what they got a 22-game winning streak going on right now. They are 25-1. 25-1. They are a bunch of missed free throws in one game away from being 26-0. That's how good Snowflake is. Sholo's been hanging tough with them. Snowflake got a little run there in that first half that spread this thing out, got them out to an 8-point advantage. Sholo's got a little work to do, but Sholo playing them tougher, playing them better in this game than they did when they played 5 nights ago in Snowflake, which Snowflake had a more dominating time against the Cougars and ended up winning 44-19. The big thing here and the big key and the big takeaway from the first half is the injury to Sholo's Jaylee Boyce. So important to the team, and Jaylee suffered a leg injury in the first half. To be honest, it did not look very good, and please do say a prayer for that young lady right there on your screen, number 2. And you see the Cougar zone again right there. How about the Cougar zone from the first half of this? We love it. The tribute to the sport zone. You guys out there, youth student groups that are doing that, that is fantastic. We've seen it in different places. Kayenta, I think Window Rock did it. Didn't Window Rock do it as well? We love it. We appreciate it. And let me get you some numbers from the first half here on the Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint halftime report. Snowflake is led in scoring by a couple of ladies. Taylor Hancock hit a big 3 there in the second quarter. She's got 7 points. Renelle West hit the first 3 of the game for Snowflake. She's got 7 points. Bryn Kupfer with 6 points. Aubrey Denhalter 2 points. And Raya Denhalter, very quiet, 1 point for Raya in the first half. Sholo's defense doing a good job to kind of negate her overall effectiveness on offense. Tatum Moore leads Sholo scoring with 5 points. And then you've got 3 points for Jaylee Boyce, but she is now done for the night, I think. Sophie Seabaugh, not Sophie. Kinsey Frost with 2 points. Reese Hatch has 2 points. Lacey Peter, 2 points. And the final point belongs to Jordan Boyce. And we got to grab a quick timeout. Last word in from our halftime presenting sponsors. That's Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tints. Second half gets underway right after this 60-second message. Stand by for more Northland Basketball presented by the Sports Zone.
George Strait, Miranda Lambert, and $1,000 cash. With any windshield replacement, you start with 2 delicious dinners at Los Corrales and 2 movie tickets to the WME theaters.
I love you so much.
And this year's big Valentine giveaway is one you'll never forget when you pick up 2 ground floor up close and personal tickets to see the King of Country, George Strait, live in concert. Joined by the incredible Miranda Lambert and $1,000 cash.
Honey, you're the best!
Fix your windshield, get an amazing date night, and maybe win the concert trip of a lifetime. Call Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint today. You know the jingle.
Just call 536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, cash back to you.
Happy Valentine's Day.
We are back, everybody, and we are ready to go. And just like that, Snowflake is going to get a steal. Renelle West, and up the floor. And out of bounds off Snowflake. The Sholo Cougars We'll get an inbound here with the second half just underway. It's Northland Basketball presented by the Sports Zone. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Thanks for being here. This is Show Low's second to final night of regular season basketball. Then the playoffs. Show Low will be in the playoffs. And a win tonight and win over Alchester tomorrow would possibly, well, I would say would definitely get Show Low into the top 8 of the playoff bracket. And some of those teams are going to be graduated up anyway to the Copper tournament. So regardless of the outcomes tonight and tomorrow, it seems like Show Low is going to be a top 8 team when the playoffs get here anyway. Show Low is not going to get into the Copper tournament. 23-15. Snowflake in front of Show Low. The Cougars with the basketball. Jordan Boyce comes up that Reese Hatch screen. Shot good, count that. And a Rennell West foul as she came out there and tried to get there in time. Set up well, nice set piece right there for the Show Low offense. And it's Jordan Boyce at the line to try to make this. He's going to try to make this a 5-point game. Perfect. Perfectly done. So the Cougars are hanging around, staying in this thing. Look at the starters here in the second half. Snowflake's got Rennell West right there on the shot inside. No good for number 24. Rebounded by Reese Hatch of Show Low. Jordan Boyce going around that defense. Given the effort. Just rolled it off a little too strong. West rebound, long pass, and that's knocked out of bounds by Tatum Moore. Show Low's going to set their defense. Snowflake to inbound. Snowflake starters include number 4, Taylor Hancock to throw it in. Number 24, Rennell West, mentioned a moment ago. Number 1, Raya Denhalter. Number 5, Josie Claire right here in the corner with it. Her pass tipped, stolen by Jordan Boyce. And number 12, Bryn Kupfer is the other Snowflake starter. Or Show Low, Snowflake starter, pardon me. And Bryn is going to grab a rebound right there and throw it away. Right to Reese Hatch. Steal, pass, shot good. Show Low getting a little early second half run going and bringing this fan group into the game. 5 points in the third quarter for the Cougars, and they have gotten this thing down to 3 points. It was 8 points at halftime, right? 3 points here now, thanks to Jordan Boyce scoring the first 5 points of the second half in this game. And Reese Hatch setting that last basket up with her stellar defense. She's going to step out and try to defend Josie Claire. Shot is off the mark, rebounded by Denhalter and kept alive by Snowflake. AJ Yarn, her shot blocked. It was blocked by Boyce, but it went into the hands of Rennell West, and Rennell was able to do the rest with it. Hey, Rennell's got 9 points in the game for Snowflake. They are back to a 25-20 lead now. I should say back to a 5-point advantage with the lead being 25-20. And an inbound for Snowflake. Show Low will drop back into their half-court defense, a 2-3 zone. Sophie Seabaugh, number 30, joins the second half starting lineup. There's Lacey Peter, number 11. They work it around to Rennell West on the perimeter. Missed a shot, tips out. And Taylor Hancock with a very nice little shot in the paint right there. And Taylor's got 9 points to match Rennell West. Other Show Low second half starters include number 12, Tatum Moore. This is number 3, Jordan Boyce. Sophie Seabaugh's shot no good on the baseline. And trying to battle for it, get the rebound was number 14, Reese Hatch. Reese unable to come down with that thing, and Snowflake will push it up the floor. Raya Denhalter driving and drawing the foul. Maybe we can look at these officials while we also assess the foul. That's going to go against Tatum Moore. So there is one of our officials. That guy right there, okay, I got a little something on that. That is Stacy Gillespie. Stacy Gillespie. Now, I'm going to say something on that coming back in a moment, because Stacy Gillespie right there, that's the pronunciation. It's not Gillespie. Gillespie or Gillespie, it's not. You know, these local pronunciations, Stacy Gillespie is not related to anybody around here. He comes from the Midwest. He's from out there, Iowa country or something like that. And the name is spelled different than what you're used to, and it's not your local variation of that last name. So it says Stacy Gillespie. So there you go. That's a little something I just learned before the game today. I did not know. That is Mary Freddy right there. Mary is going to give it to Sholo for the inbound. Riley Gaston in the game. And now Priestley Binney throw the ball inside, and Tatum Moore is going to get hacked, and Tatum's going to get a couple of shots out of it. And the foul is called right there by Jill Rulapa. Jill Rulapa, experienced, talented official. It's a great group of officials we've got out here for this game. And those are your AIA officials. I highly recommend, as you watch, AJ Yarn has already picked up her 4th personal foul. She is like a foul magnet. And she's got her 4th, so she's going to go sit down. And Aubrey Denhalter will check in. Well, Tatum Moore tries to add at least a foul shot and can't do it. Couldn't get one to go right there. Snowflake back with the basketball, and their lead is 8 points. Raya Denhalter puts the shoulder down. She initiated some contact. The officials let that one play out, and it works out. The universe said there's going to be no foul, but we are going to get Sholo the ball back. And a lob inside. So Lacey Peter likes that pass right there. He likes to throw that lob. This time there were 2 players in the vicinity. Jordan was heading toward the basket. Tatum was right there in the area. I really don't know who it was intended for. And in the confusion of it, you see the ball skip out of bounds right there as we get a timeout with 4:30 on the clock. 4 minutes, 30 seconds left, third quarter. 8-point Snowflake advantage in the girls' game. It's Northland Basketball presented by the Sports Zone.
Folks, let me tell you, nobody does aggregates like Birkin's Aggregates. People, they come up to me and they say, how do they do it? It's simple. They've got the best people, the most professional drivers, and customer service that's absolutely tremendous. I mean, these guys deliver affordable, big, beautiful rock and concrete materials. Everyone's talking about it, so if you want quality, come get a load of this. Call Birkin's Aggregates. And if you know anything about me, it's that I'm a winner, and I know winners. And these guys, they're winners.
Want the best deal on your new car, truck, van, or SUV? Go to Sholo Ford. Sholo Ford has the best deals. Not only does Sholo Ford sell the #1 truck in America, Guy Hatch guarantees you won't find a better deal on that truck anywhere else. Sholo Ford sells the best at the best price. Sholo Ford on the east end of the Deuce and at SholoFord.com.
Boy, we can't say thank you enough to Sholo Ford for helping us present Northland Basketball here at the Sports Zone. Great partnership. Thank you to Guy Hatch and the team down at Sholo Ford. As the ball goes inside to Renelle West, her little turnaround is no good, and the rebound is tied up. Priestley Binney right there coming up with the ball for Sholo, but she did get tied up. Sholo gets the ball for an inbound. And they're going to work against Snowflake's full court pressing defense, and they'll break that pretty easy. Up the right side, Jordan Boyce, and it was nearly taken away by Denhalter. And then Raya dribbled on the sideline. And Jordan will look for somebody to get the ball into. And 5 seconds. Too much time. It's good defense by Snowflake. At the same time, I got to tell you, I think Snowflake, I'm just looking at the 2 teams on the floor right now. Snowflake is not showing signs of exhaustion like Sholo is right now. You know, Snowflake has rotated more ladies out there. As you watch this one go in from downtown, Josie Claire with the 3-point make for Snowflake. And then she commits a foul immediately following. That's the 3rd foul of the game on Josie. The 3 looked fantastic, though, and Snowflake's lead now, their biggest of the night. 11 points the advantage. Claire checks out. Harley Nichols comes in. That's for Snowflake. On the other side, Priestley Binney leaves the floor, and Kinsey Frost replaces her. Looking, comes into Riley Gaston. Jordan Boyce against Raya Denhalter's defense into front court. And a bounce pass, nice, to Lacey Peter, who misses, got it back, and Lacey's got the follow. That whole thing had the look of it's got to go in. They got to get points out of that, and they certainly did. Just as Renelle West does right here and becomes the first lady tonight to go into double figures. She's got 11 points. Speaking of 11, that's Lacey Peters' number, and she'll work underneath. Nice little pivot move. Unable to get it to go. And then a tip, and then it's lost, and Riley Gaston will commit a foul. That's Riley's first foul in the game. Brandon Kupfer returns to the Snowflake lineup now. And we've got 3:05 on the clock in the third quarter. I keep forgetting we've got a radio audience, and people might be listening going, what's going on? What's happening? Where's the score? My apologies on that. It's Snowflake 33, Sholo 22. I do thank you for your patience on that, because we're broadcasting for our video audience as well, as Snowflake works it underneath, missed a shot. Raya Denhalter missing. And when you're watching video, you know that if the announcer is too descriptive, well, that's not good either. Okay? Because you can see what's happening as this ball comes in to Riley Gaston, and she is going to push it up the floor and protect it against three Snowflake defenders. We get a hand check on Raya Denhalter. Raya's got her. That's just her first foul of the game. It's surprising, really, as aggressive as she is on defense. She's good for 3 or 4 to 5 a game. Bonus time for the final 2:43 of the third quarter for Sholo. Jordan Boyce. She gets plenty of airtime on that thing. Plenty of hang time on the foul shot. Perfect on that attempt. 10-point difference. That one might have been a breeze or something like that. Knocked that one down. There's the sister. There's Jaylee, got injured in the first half. So you see her with ice on her leg. Taylor Hancock swings it. Harley Nichols. Three-point try is no good. And Lacey Peter comes out of it with the rebound. 2:24 and counting down in the third quarter. At the end of our game, we announced the Sports Zone's player of the game. It's presented by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. Three-point Lacey Peter shot no good. Cholo's defense not hustling back on this play. At least not the whole defense. And no basket from the field, but a Sholo foul. Tatum Moore got back there. She was hustling her way back, and Tatum's got her second foul today. Taylor Hancock's the shooter. And we get a timeout. Timeout back in a moment, everybody. An 11-point advantage for the Lady Lobos. Northland Basketball presented by the Sports Zone.
According to eyewitnesses, the guy went in and didn't come out. That was 2 days ago. His wife is worried. His boss has called. The latest report says he didn't know what hit him. A Lazy Boy recliner called his name, and that was that. This may be a hostage situation. For the best selection of Lazy Boy recliners, sofas, and sectionals, head to the Furniture Gallery, where they have furniture so comfortable, it's almost a crime.
Beeman Well Drilling is a proud partner of Sports Zone Radio and the Friday Night Football Show, and they give support to each and every school and team in the White Mountains. Just like Sports Zone Radio, Beeman Drilling has a kind of experience that makes them the best at what they do. Paul Wyatt is the guy to talk to, and he'll take your call anytime, day or night. 537-1031. Or better yet, call him right on his cell phone, 928-205-7647. This football season, go deep with Beeman Drilling.
So out of the timeout, Taylor Hancock steps back to the foul line for the Snowflake Lady Lobos, who are playing their final regular season game of the year. Sholo's final is tomorrow against Alchese right here at Hatch Toyota Arena. You see that one go in for Taylor. Good shooter. Taylor's got 11 points. She and Renelle West lead the Snowflake scoring. We go under 2 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Minute 55 on the clock. It's 35-23. Snowflake in front of Sholo in the girls' game. And that pass is tipped away and stolen. Bryn Cup for saving it for Snowflake. Up to Taylor Hancock, who got away with a travel, I do think. And then there is a whistle, and it's out of bounds to Sholo. Out of bounds to Sholo. 35-23 our score. So again, I mentioned this is it for Snowflake in the regular season. Can they get a 26th victory? 26. They are on track. Potentially, well, I believe they're on track to win 30 games. Are there 4 games in the Copper Tournament? There might only be 3 games that they could play in the Copper Tournament. Well, if they win the whole thing, it would be a shame if they didn't get to 30 wins. It'd be a shame. It'd be a state championship nonetheless as you watch a good second effort. Josie Claire. We got a minute 5 remaining in the quarter. Sholo's got work to do. They can pull this one out. They've got to somehow stop the advance of that Snowflake offense and the lead that they've got right now. Lob comes in looking for Tatum Moore, and Tatum, she controlled for a moment. This one gets knocked out by West. And now 54 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Northland Basketball, everybody. Here's inbound, and Jordan Boyce gets the return pass. Jordan knocks it down. Jordan's had a splendid third quarter. 9 points, and that 3 right there for Jordan Boyce here in the quarter. Sholo is fading, though. They're down by 11 right now. Claire, open, 3, no good. Tips around. Sholo basketball. I don't recall, but I do not think that Snowflake has... I don't think Snowflake has backed off their full court press the entire game. Long inbound to Tatum Moore. Finds her against West, and Renelle blocks that shot. Scooped up by Kupfer, who travels. Renelle just did not leave her feet on that little pivot move that Tatum has, where she positions herself for the little fadeaway. Renelle is just right there defensively. Wonderful job by her. 20 seconds remaining as Jordan Boyce works against West, who blocks another shot. I don't think Renelle left her feet to make that block. Great job by Renelle West. 5 seconds. Left side, West inside. Kupfer lost it and lost the clock for that split second. Time runs out, third quarter. Snowflake's lead is 11 points, 37-26. The Lady Lobos leading the Sholo Cougars. Watch some defense right here. Watch the shot block. Oh, pardon me. Nope, different play. Looks good right there. Back with the fourth quarter right after this.
George Strait, Miranda Lambert, and $1,000 cash. With any windshield replacement, you start with 2 delicious dinners at Los Corrales and 2 movie tickets to the WME theaters.
I love you so, so much.
And this year's big Valentine giveaway is one you'll never forget when you pick up 2 ground floor up close and personal tickets to see the King of Country, George Strait, live in concert. Joined by the incredible Miranda Lambert and $1,000 cash.
Honey, you're the best!
Fix your windshield. Get an amazing date night and maybe win the concert trip of a lifetime. Call Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint today. You know the jingle.
Just call 536-5972. Mountain Mobile Auto Glass, cash back to you.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Got that popular song going out here. Turn down for what? You know, and I've always just thought, you know, what does it mean? What's the turn down for what? What are they tying? I think, you know, you want to make it make sense. How about turn down for whom? For whom? Give me a little grammar, okay? All right. Shot blocked. Shot no good. Shot no good. Snowflake as they attack there. Start this fourth quarter. And we bring you back in, everybody, to Northland Basketball, presented by the Sports Zone. Runner on the baseline produces a foul. 2 shots coming up for Jordan Boyce. Well, Jordan is absolutely trying to hoist this Lady Cougars team on her shoulders. Do what you can to see if she can carry this team here against the number 1 team in the state. 4th foul of the game on Josie Claire. And the free throw is good. So in the second half, Show Low scored 12 points. 11 points, well 10 points, 10 of the 12 have been scored right there by that young lady at the line. And another one. Jordan fighting, battling valiantly for this Show Low team. She's got 12 points, that leads everybody in scoring. Inside to Raya Denhalter. And would you believe that's Raya's very first shot made from the field? There's defense from Raya. And inside, she kind of forced that one. Good defense by Reese Hatch. Tatum Moore was in that vicinity. New into the game for Show Low as you get a turnover by the Cougars. New into the game, number 23, Ari Rivera. Rivera has reported for Christy Francis. We go a minute into the fourth quarter. Just under 7 minutes remaining in the game. Lacey Peter is out there. Tatum Moore on the floor. Jordan Boyce and Reese Hatch are the Show Low 5. And we'll give you Snowflake after we check out what Show Low does with this possession. Up the floor it goes. Jordan Boyce is at the top with it. To the high post, Reese Hatch. The cutter is Lacey Peter, and Lacey is going to get fouled by AJ Yarn. AJ's 5th of the game. Well, some players, they've got one gear defensively. And if they're playing with 1 foul or they're playing with 4 fouls, it's the same gear. And that's AJ Yarn. Full speed, 100%. She is so fast. They got to let her shoot that again. Yeah. AJ moved early during the middle of the free throw. So Lacey's going to get that shot. She missed the foul shot. She's going to get it again to get it over. Yeah, they're giving her the 2 shots. So forget that miss. Same result. 6 minutes, 33 seconds remaining in regulation. A 39-28 lead right now for Snowflake. And that one is also off the mark for Peter. Out of bounds off Snowflake. So if Show Low's going to get it done, you kind of figure it's going to happen in the next, some sort of run comes together in the next minute, 2 minutes tops. So hard after that to manufacture enough. And a lob into Tatum Moore and another Snowflake foul. This will be team foul number 3. It's Raya Denhalter's second personal, but team foul number 3 now in the fourth quarter. So Snowflake will put Show Low in the bonus here pretty soon. And again, it's that relentless kind of in-your-face defense that Snowflake loves to play. As that was really just a help defender getting in there, and you playing defense with your arms, with your hands, not with your feet, right? And that that cost Raya right there. 2 for 2 at the line for Tatum. Well, it's 9 points. I mean, come on, man. That's plenty. I mean, plenty of time with that separation. You know, a couple of good possessions, but you can't let that happen. Good runner and a kiss off the glass for Josie Clare. Josie's got 7 in the game. Teammates Taylor Hancock and Rennell West lead the scoring for Snowflake with 11 points each. At the high post is Reese Hatch, and then a Raya Denhalter foul. Raya's got 3. Cougars look, get it in. Tatum in the corner. She tried to find Reese cutting to the basket. Taken away by Taylor Hancock and Snowflake. And you know, they never really got good hands on that. I don't know how Josie Clare made that pass and that assist. Didn't look like she ever had a good grip on it, but she found Denhalter for the 2. Snowflake grabs a timeout. We're going to stay here through the break, guys. And with 5 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in regulation, and you listening on radio to Mix 98 KRFM Sholo, broadcast home of the Sports Zone, I want to thank our sponsors. Make it possible. The Furniture Gallery in Snowflake right there. You see Mountain Mobile Auto Glass and Tint. They bring you the halftime report. Big thank you goes out to Beeman Well Drilling. I see the owner of that place, Paul Wyatt. He's in the audience here watching some basketball, enjoying the night. Also out there, our good friends at Hatch Concrete. If you aren't familiar with the Fox Blocks, the ICF construction method, you need to find out. That is good stuff right there. Our Sports Zone player of the game is going to be announced here in a few moments at the end of regulation. It will be brought to you by White Mountain Regional Medical Center, as always. And that player of the game is going to get a great t-shirt. And thank you to Sholo Ford. Big thanks to Sholo Ford, your friendly family Ford dealer. And they help make all of this possible. Great partnership with them here at the Sports Zone. And Holbrook Family Dentistry, not to be left out of the equation. Thank you to Dr. Lyman and the great people. Holbrook Family Dentistry. And the partnership is invaluable to us, and we appreciate that. Ball comes into Ari Rivera. Well, Sholo had this thing down to 9, but 4 points unanswered right there. Took a while for Snowflake to get fourth quarter points, but that slowed Sholo down for a bit. But Jordan Boyce taking matters into her own hands on the drive. Jordan's got 14 points in the game. And a bad pass by Snowflake goes out of bounds. Hey, there's our friend Paul Wyatt in the middle of your screen with the glasses right there in the blue denim shirt. Denim! I mean, hey, listen, it takes a hardy, real man to wear denim to the basketball game, okay? Wear a denim shirt. Not just anybody can pull that thing off. Here's a shot up there, it tips out, rebounded, Bryn Kupfer. Bryn up the floor with it, drops it back to Hancock. Inside West with the left hand, nice. That was nice. Well, the Snowflake game plan seemed to unravel early in the game. That one where we were going to see Rennell outside, camping out on the perimeter, and see maybe a lot of three-point shooting from her. Get Raya Denhalter posting up underneath. Seems like that went away before the first quarter ended, as the jump shot is rebounded by Claire, and her shot's no good. Reese Hatch with the rebound. Sholo with the ball, under 4 minutes remaining in regulation. Off the glass, Lacey Peter. Wow, how about that shot, huh? You know she called it. You know she did. 10 points separating these teams right here. Snowflake 45, Sholo 35. In the paint, Kupfer, travel. Watch it again. That's a mile away. Using the window to perfection. Lacey Peter with the big three for the Show Low Lady Cougars. Inbound. Jordan Boyce. Jordan goes around that screen, and the shot's a little bit off the mark. You can just sense it with Jordan. Why she is giving 100%. I'm not that 110% guy. There's no such thing. You can't give 110%. You can only give 100. We should all be proud of 100. And she's giving it tonight. This ball will bound off the iron. Snowflake will hang on to the basketball. Denhalter underneath Rennell. Nice job. Really nice job. The pass was good. Rennell, a great job to get the hand up there, haul it in, keep it there. Rennell's had a great game. Really has. She is definitely positioning herself, angling toward that Sports Zone Player of the Game, which is presented at the end of this thing by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. Let's get a timeout, everybody. It's Northland Basketball presented by the Sports Zone.
Have you heard the big news? At White Mountain Regional Medical Center, we are bigger and better than ever. With our newly expanded emergency room facility and capabilities, we are even better equipped to handle your urgent needs with the care and efficiency you deserve. Discover the new standard in healthcare, right in your backyard. Choose White Mountain Regional Medical Center, located in Springerville, where specialized and emergency care are now within reach.
When it comes to paint, whether you're looking for interior or exterior paint, Dunn Edwards provides quality solutions to make all your painting projects look professional. And the home of Dunn Edwards in the White Mountains is Ace Hardware in Show Low, Pine Top, and Heber Overgard. Thanks to Dunn Edwards, Ace has the best interior paint for your home or office, and their exterior paint will stand up to the wear and tear of our tough seasonal weather. When it's time to paint, it's time to visit Ace Hardware of the White Mountains for high-quality Dunn Edwards interior and exterior paint and primer.
Our thanks goes out to Ace Hardware of the White Mountains, locations in Show Low, Pine Top, and Heber Overgard. They are sponsors of Northland Basketball. They are proud sponsors of White Mountain High School Athletics and Athletes. Long inbound pass, and that is tracked down by Show Low. Riley Gaston comes up with it. And we've got 2:45 remaining in regulation. Show Low working the basketball. Down by 12. The high post is Kinsey Frost. Back outside, Tatum Moore. Tatum, she pulled up for the three-point try, and she got rejected by Rennell West. I just love Rennell's absolute, just perfect anticipation. She has now blocked multiple shots. I remember at least 3. Rennell doing a fantastic job tonight for Snowflake. And she's also the high point lady in this game. Can I say high point man? It's high point man. It doesn't matter. It's a girls' game, okay? It's not gender specific. So she's the high point man. She's got 13 points. And her teammate, Raya Denhalter, at the foul line right now. And Raya's got a 1 for 2. And our score, well, where did I miss? Where did I miss my points? Okay, I'm gonna have to get my scoreboard caught up here in a second. It is 48-35. Snowflake in front of Show Low. And that was what my friend, the Tuba City girls head basketball coach, Pete Butler, that's a hope shot right there, that last effort. That's where you throw it up there and you hope it goes in. Did not go in that time. 13-point deficit. Show Low trying to overcome here as they get ready to inbound the basketball. And it comes into Lacey Peter. Right side to Riley Gaston. Riley defended by Josie Clare. And Riley had a little difficulty with that high bounce toward the baseline. Basketball to Snowflake with 1:45 remaining in regulation. Snowflake inching toward their 26th victory of the season. They win this one, they'll be 26-1. Ranked number 1 in 3A basketball. They're going to throw that away. And Coach Brogan unhappy about it. I mean, his team is winning, likely to win the game. Unhappy. That's how you win championships, right? They are the defending state champions. You are not have 13-point advantage. You can't be happy with a mistake like that. Sholo's going to throw it away. Throw it right back to Snowflake here. With 92 seconds remaining, a loss for Sholo drops them to 12-13. A game under 500 if they lose this. They play Alchese tomorrow night right here in Sholo. And that'll be the final regular season game for Sholo. This is Snowflake's final game before the playoffs. This is Aubrey Denhalter. Taylor Hancock. 48-35, Snowflake in front. The Lobos working the ball on the perimeter. Raya Denhalter at the top of the key. Now she drives with the left hand off the glass. Found a lane, couldn't stop her. And Raya's having a solid fourth quarter. 7 points overall. Long inbound pass. Into the game for Sholo is McKenna Judd, number 5. McKenna Judd for her first time today. 55 seconds remaining. Kinsey Frost gives a nice screen for Lacey Peter to come around. And then we get a hand check. Lacey to the foul line. Aubrey Denhalter with the personal foul. It was 44-39 the final when these teams played 5 nights ago. Snowflake won that game. Exact same difference right now, 15 points. Now 14 points. Well, Lacey got one of those. 42 seconds left, everybody. Snowflake looking to complete the season sweep. As Riley Gaston drags down the rebound up the right side for Sholo. 25 seconds left. Sholo tried to get a little something here for pride. Turnaround jump shot, no good. Seba battling and knocked it out. Snowflake will have it for the final 18 seconds. Well, we think the final 8, we'll see. See if Sholo will get it back here. They will certainly make the effort with a full court press. Into Hancock, now Denhalter. Now Taylor Hancock again into front court. Sholo's going to let it play out, I think. 6 seconds, 5 seconds. Well, no. I thought they were going to let it play out, but a foul with 3 seconds. Now we'll get an inbound. I don't think we're going to foul right here. I think the signal in from the benches, don't foul, just let it run out, and they do. Time will expire, and a 14-point victory for the Snowflake Lady Lobos. They finished the season 26-1. They are the 3A East Region champions this year and the #1 ranked team in 3A basketball and the Copper tournament that's coming up in the postseason. And they want that Copper tournament. They want to play there. They want to win that thing. And our Sports Zone player of the game will talk to us in a moment. Is there any doubt? It's number 24, Renelle West. You see her on the screen right there. Renelle, what a game. Multiple block shots, at least 3 that we can remember. She might have had as many as 5 block shots. She led the team in scoring with 15 points here tonight. And a terrific job by Renelle. Just love that anticipation that she has when she's playing defense. Really doesn't even leave her feet much because just knows how to position and get that ball coming up. Blocked multiple shots that way tonight. Our final score here at Sholo High School. Snowflake has beaten Sholo in the girls' varsity game here tonight. Snowflake closes out their regular season with their 26th win now. 26-1 overall, ranked #1 in the state. And they beat Sholo 50-36. As we welcome you in, everybody, to our post-game wrap-up and a chance to talk to our Sports Zone player of the game, which is presented to you by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. And our player of the game tonight led the scoring for Snowflake and did so much for the for the team on both ends. It's Rennell West. Rennell, congratulations.
Thank you.
Good win for you and the ladies tonight.
Yes, it felt good.
So, Show Low came out, played you tough in that first half. But there's something about your team. You're able to find ways, find a moment, get a little run, build a little lead, and then you protect it so well. Tell me what your team does so well to get that lead and hold the lead.
I think we just never stop putting in our 100%, and we just keep going. And we full press man the whole game, and I think that really just helps us and gets our energy and our aggressiveness up and just keeps us going. One of the things that makes your team so hard for your opponents and will be so hard for the teams that you face in the playoffs is that you have a deep bench. You've got a lot of ladies that can come in. You've also got a lot of different wrinkles you can throw at the other team. Right. So you came into the game, Coach had a different offense to start this, right? Put you out on the perimeter and put Raya down low to post up. Didn't stay in that offense for very long, but what does it say about your team that you're so flexible? I think we were trying to something new to see if it would work, and if not, we just go back to our old thing and we just keep working hard. We just go back to what we know that works. Rennell, we know you're a real good post player, but we didn't realize, Coach told us, he said you're the best three-point shooter on the team. Is that true? I don't know. I think statistically you are. Yeah. I don't shoot as much as the guards, but it's just, I guess. You like to? I like to shoot, but my favorite's down low. But I'll do whatever the coach says. Yeah. So let's talk about your defense. And you blocked a number of shots tonight. And what I noticed, it feels like every time you blocked a shot, Rennell, I didn't see you leave your feet much. It was just this great anticipation of the ball coming up, being in the right spot. Tell me about your vision there or the psychology of how you're approaching in those moments on defense. I don't really think about it much. You play the game so long, you just kind of do it. Isn't that the best thing about playing the game? Yeah. I don't think about it. Yeah. I just do it. How does it feel? 26-1. Yeah. Final game of the regular season, playoffs on the way. You guys are at the top of the heap. How does it feel? It feels so good, especially after last year. We were able to come back and beat our rival. We'll always love playing Show Low. They're always a good game. I think your team is better than you were last year when you won the championship. Do you agree? 100%, yeah. Yeah? What makes you better? I think just our 100% effort, and we just work so well together, and our chemistry is really well. Are you having fun? Yeah. It's a really good season. Yeah, there's not a lot of smiling on the floor, but you know what? I can tell you guys, you're enjoying it, aren't you? Yeah. All right, congratulations. What a win for you. Thank you. Hey, we've got this. We got this for you. You want that? Thank you, yeah. Do you have one of those? I don't think this year. No, not this year. Okay. Enjoy it, all right? Thank you. Congratulations. Playoffs on the way. There's Rennell West, everybody, our Sports Zone player of the game. She leads the team in scoring with 15 points. She blocked multiple shots out there for that Snowflake defense. Played a great game, and she is our player of the game. Brought to you by White Mountain Regional Medical Center. Others on that Snowflake roster, Taylor Hancock had a wonderful game tonight. Taylor with 11 points. Raya Denhalter, she scored 9, and a big chunk of that was in the fourth quarter. 7 of that in the fourth period, helping seal this game for Snowflake. Bryn Cup for a solid effort out there with 6 points, and the final 2 points belonged to Aubrey Denhalter. On the Show Low side, man, you have to just put it out there for Jordan Boyce. What a game, in her second half especially. Scored 14 points. 13 of that came in the second half. She was relentless in her effort. Just give her a lot of credit. Just a never-say-die attitude out there by Jordan. She took the team on her shoulders and did what she could, played great. The bad news is her sister, Jaylee Boyce, got injured in that first half, and we hope it's not too serious, but man, it looks scary, and I'm sure that she'd appreciate your thoughts and prayers, that's for sure. Jaylee Boyce injured earlier tonight for the Show Low Lady Cougars. They need her in the postseason if they can get her back. Lacey Peter had a great game, 8 points for her. Tatum Moore had 7 points for Show Low, 3 points for Jaylee Boyce before getting injured, and 2 points each for Reese Hatch and Kinsey Frost. But the victory belongs to Snowflake. They are now 26-1 overall on the season. The number 1 team in 3A basketball and the number 1 team in the Copper State Tournament coming up for the postseason. They want that Copper Tournament. Show Low is solidly on their way to the 3A state playoffs. They got one more game to play tomorrow night at home against Alchesay. Boys game coming up here in just a moment, everybody. Stand by for that. We'll start a brand new broadcast for the boys game. Thanks to our
Thanks to our producer, Derek Simmons, our technical director, that's Noah Anderson. On camera tonight, Big Sean Ulvestad. And for the entire crew, I'm Floyd Simmons. Thanking you for joining us. Saying God bless you, everybody. And join us for the boys' game here in just a few moments. More Northland Basketball is on the way from Sholo.